Please.
Hello guys, my name is Ann Becker. I'm a candidate for Westchester Trustee. I'm running for the unexpired term of George Lang. I'm excited to be a candidate. I've been involved in politics for a number of years. The reason I got involved in politics is the same reason I think a lot of you did. I'm worried. Our government, our federal government, $20 trillion in debt. Our state government in Ohio, we borrow 50% of Ohio's budget from the federal government. The last line of defense for government is the local level, the local government. The most important. It's the one that should be the most protected. I'm running for trustee to be that stalwart of fiscal conservatism and limited government for you, Westchester Township residents. I am a 19-year resident of Westchester Township. I've got 3 kids, all in Lakota, it's getting late, Lakota local schools. I've been active in politics for the past 10 years, active with the Liberty Movement. I'm also your current state central committee woman for the Ohio Republican Party. I was the co-chair of Butler County for Trump, and it's been an honor to serve you in those capacities. But as moving forward, I ask for your vote November 7th for Westchester Trustee. Thank you. The purpose of government is to protect the natural rights of the people, the natural law of the land. Your right to freedom of speech, your right of freedom of assembly, your right to bear arms and protect your family. Our job, the job of government, the job that you should expect from people in government, simply, very simply, is to protect your rights. Collaboration is something that I find interesting. May I move the table down? I do believe that the role of the trustees is very simple. We're supposed to take care of the roads, the parks, the cemeteries. We're supposed to provide a stable environment for business. When it comes to school issues, I think that should be the purview of the school board. We do share, if Westchester rises, if Liberty rises, Lakota will rise as well. So if we create a stable tax base in our business environment, that will give enough tax money for Lakota to grow and to be stable, so we don't have to pay as many property taxes. But collaboration of us trying to create business training or some element like that, to be honest with you, that's not the role, in my opinion, of the trustees. First off, for the zoning issue, I want to thank the people who are actually on our zoning board. I know Barry Rydell, Randy, they serve. What a thankless job that is. Holy crow. Thank you guys. And for all of you in the audience, I know isn't there one vacancy right now, Mark, for an alternate?
That's on the zoning commission.
On our zoning commission, there's one vacancy currently. So all of you out here, limited government minded people who think, like Mark said, think critically, people who want to think about government in a way that takes it off the backs of our residents, takes it off the backs of our businesses. I would encourage all of you, think about it. Become a part of this process, because it needs good, thoughtful people to be a part of it. I also encourage you to get to know your zoning board. Actually, one of the zoning issues that bothers me the most, do you ever notice that our White Castle on Cincinnati Dayton Road is pink? It's a White Castle, but it's got pink brick. That was part of one of the zoning, when they designed that White Castle, they said, no, we can't have a building that looks like a logo. So they made it pink. Every time I drive by it makes me angry. So we need people on that zoning board that think things through, like, okay, wait, no, it's a White Castle, it needs to be white. So as you're thinking about ways you can serve your community, I highly encourage you to get involved, and this is a great way to do it, the zoning board. Thank you. Just like every issue dealing with government, I usually come back down to the Constitution. One of our natural rights is the right to assemble, and you, as a organization of workers, have the right to assemble. But you don't have no one has the right to force you to assemble. And that's what's happening in our labor unions right now. I believe in right to work. I think that workers should have the choice of whether or not to unionize. And if a group of people decide to unionize, it is absolutely within their right to do so. And that's what right to work is. It's very simple. It's just a choice. The United States, Ohio in particular, are facing economic difficulties. I think having right to work in Ohio makes complete sense because it gives us just one more tool in our toolbox to invite businesses in, create a healthy economic environment for Westchester, for Ohio. I think right to work is the right way to go. Stand up, sorry. No one else did. I've thought about this issue a lot. It's a difficult one. It's a balance between political and religious in the Islamic community. And what I came down to, I always try to simplify things, just strip away all the emotion and see what's at the bottom. And for me, it's a very simple statement. The Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land. And when I hold my hand up and I swear to serve, protect, and defend the Constitution, I will do so with every ounce of my being. I value education greatly. I'm a former teacher, and I've got my master's degree in curriculum and instruction. So schools are very, very important to me. And it was very difficult to vote against and actively speak out against the levy in 2013. It was a tough decision, but it passed. And in the past couple of years, I've started to get a little frustrated with Lakota, and that's hard to say as well because I have 3 children in the district. Joan mentions a lot that our greatest place to live aspect has a lot to do with education, and I'm a bit concerned because the school report card for Lakota in 2016 came out, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a little tough. And I printed out 2 different districts. One is our biggest competitor probably up here is Mason. Mason City Schools, achievement A, closing the gap B. Prepared for success, that's getting kids ready for college, A. Lakota's grades, achievement, C. Closing the gap, C. Prepared for success, C. Lakota local schools comparing to Mason City schools, equal footing, same demographics. So I'm concerned. We need to make sure that our schools are performing well moving forward. A levy, if it needs to come up, I don't know, we need to get results for our children and here in Westchester. Westchester is a maturing community. We have 80% filled out. We've got 20% left to grow. We need to make some decisions moving forward as we start to age. We need leadership that knows what's important as we make decisions. And I want to be that person. I want to help lead Westchester into our next phase of life. I look forward to joining Mark on the Board of Trustees, hopefully. And I ask for your vote on November 7th. Thank you.